The world's preeminent business growth expert, Jay Abraham.
Jay is not you.
Jay showing you how to find more money. He's making it rain.
This is a man that you cannot afford to be without.
1-800-88-12345. This is the ultimate entrepreneur with Jay Abraham.
Hi, it's Paul Durante. Today's show, the profession of selling. And yes, it's a profession. Gerhard Gschwandtner is the founder CEO of Selling Power, sellingpower.com. He's trained over 10,000 salespeople. He's authored almost 20 sales management books. Gerhard is a preeminent sales expert.
So when you go into sales, you need to have a definition for yourself. What is success to you? What does it mean? And to me, success in selling is all about the customer.
And his sales psychology is fascinating.
Thinking is an experimental form of action.
Interesting.
Thinking is cheap. Action is expensive.
1-800-88-12345. That's the ultimate entrepreneur hotline powered by Dial 800. Get more calls, more sales, more response. With a custom memorable number like ours from dial800.com, they have amazing customer service. Make more money. Sell more. Gerhard Gschwandtner, CEO founder of sellingpower.com when we get back.
Welcome to Play It, a new podcast network featuring radio and TV personalities talking business, sports, tech, entertainment, and more. Play it at play.it.
The world's preeminent business growth expert, Jay Abraham. Jay showing you how to find more money. He's making it rain. 800-88-12345. This is the ultimate entrepreneur with Jay Abraham.
I'm thrilled by our next guest. And I'm thrilled because I've known him for a while, and I've watched the area he focuses on change and stay the same. And by that I mean that what he is an expert at and what he represents is fundamental to all mankind, has been, will be, doesn't really matter. Gerhard, this is going to be fun. We've known each other for a long time. The world has changed, but selling and the power of selling has not. Your selling power has become really the preeminent go-to definitive source of real qualitative knowledge. And with a little bit of collaboration today, we can help entrepreneurs all over North America understand the role that selling plays in their businesses today and how it's different and perhaps the same. So welcome.
Thank you, Jay. It's an honor to be here with you and your incredible audience of entrepreneurs who want to sell more and do better.
So I'm going to do this almost like a Rorschach. So I believe in my heart that of all the skills an entrepreneur can master, even though I'm more marketing and strategy, that mastering selling should be the first agenda of any entrepreneur for himself, herself, and also literally for everyone in their organization that has any touch point interaction with the marketplace. You want to comment?
If you're not the master of your selling skills, you will be the slave to your unpaid bills.
I love that. But it's got great leverage that people don't appreciate. Don't you agree?
Well, selling is really the economic engine of a company and also of the country. And in this country, we have about 16 million salespeople. If they would call in sick for 2 weeks, the entire American economy would come to a screeching halt. The same is true for an entrepreneur out there. If they do not invest in the sales function, they're toast. And in order to create a great sales organization, you need to look at people, process, and technology. And when you look at people, you want to make sure that your salespeople have the right mindset, the right skill set, and the right tool set.
So you've opened us up for 3 really, really stimulating directions. You want to take each or any of those deeper?
Absolutely. I think the mindset is, the best mindset is to make sure that the customer is front and center to your organization and make sure that everybody understands it. A lot of people, when they come out of college, they're being told that you should work at finding yourself. And I think it's far better to think about defining yourself. So when you go into sales, You need to have a definition for yourself. What is success to you? What does it mean? And to me, success in selling is all about the customer. So you want to create the best customer experience, and you want to create a sales organization that responds to the customer very, very quickly. I'll give you one practical example. I'm in the business of buying a new car.
Okay.
I have sent out emails to 5 car dealers, and none of them has answered my questions. And the questions were very specific. I'm interested in a specific model. I want to know what is the price and what are the details, because I know how cars are sold, and to many people, buying a car is like worse than root canal.
Yes.
Because those salespeople are not trained to serve the customer. They're trained to serve the dealership. They're trained to protect their margins. They are trained to increase their sales. And we are now in the customer experience economy. We are now moving away from what I call the delay economy we're moving to the real-time economy. You look at we talked about the mindset, and the mindset is shifting. When you get hungry, we look at Yelp, and we decide on the fly where we're going to eat. In San Francisco, when you need a parking space, as an example, you can, while you're driving, find a parking space in the city and know exactly which floor to go. And the same is true for B2B sales. There is the consumerization of B2B sales, so that you need to think about, what can I do now for the customer? How can I help the customer win? And the word win is an acronym. What's important now?
To them.
To them, right. And the word now is an acronym for no opportunity wasted.
I love that.
The opportunity today is to conduct transaction and business in real time.
Let me ask you this, because you've watched big shifts occur in the whole selling environment. You see online, you see people not thinking that selling should be integrated, should be part of the whole process. And I tend to believe you have a very distinctively different perspective. You want to comment?
Absolutely. There's a research by Aberdeen that says that 60% of the purchasing decision is made before somebody contacts a salesperson. So the Internet has shifted the game. Everything is transparent. Everything is open. People can shop you not through your website, but they'll shop you through the competitor's website, and they'll shop you through the eyes of other customers. They go onto social media, and they don't trust customers, they trust their peers. So you want to make sure, as a sales leader or an entrepreneur, you understand that customers are not making decisions based on information you feed them, but 60% of that information comes from other sources without you knowing what the sources are. So you want to be more responsive. You want to have a social media-enabled sales organization where salespeople follow their customers on Twitter, where they engage in social listening, where they look at triggers that they see in the social universe when somebody writes about our company is expanding, we are hiring 10 new engineers. So there can be a trigger for selling their company a new HR system. Companies that are growing send out social media signals. So if you're a good social listener, then you also want to be a good communicator and share information on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. I think that LinkedIn is mandatory today for every entrepreneur out there to communicate what their company stands for, what values they embrace, what they can do for customers, and want to get a lot of endorsements from other people about their capacities and their capabilities.
Good. Let me ask you a very straightforward question, and I'm going to go back historically in my experience, and recently I had confirmation of the same really profound gap. I ask entrepreneurs all the time, have you been trained formally? Have you trained your team formally in strategic, I would call it consultative advisory selling,